Hi guys, it is Monday. I am checking in quite late. It is 5 to 10, but I really wanted to just make sure that I was at least starting it on a Monday as opposed to Wednesday like last week. I do have quite a bit of an update for you. I went completely off my TBR again and I started You yesterday. I am 237 pages in, which puts me on chapter 27. I'm over the halfway point. I'm also listening to it on script and the narrator is fantastic. He seems almost perfect for the character Joe. But I definitely am enjoying it. The series has stayed true to the book so far. Obviously I know that with them making it into a series they have to pad it out a bit more, make certain things maybe a bit more dramatic, but I'm really enjoying it still and I am really pleased that the series has made it pretty much spot on. I started Six of Crows, but I only got to chapter 2 because I ended up getting distracted and then just didn't go back to it. I've had a few things to do. I haven't got any further with Elantris. Pretty much focused all my time on listening and reading You. I think I've got 2 chapters left of the book that I'm reviewing. I want that finished by Wednesday at the latest, just because I want time to be able to process it, put my thoughts down on paper and then be able to write out my review before I put it up on Bookstagram. So I will be quite busy this week. Hi, it is Tuesday evening. It is about 6:45, so I have a bit of a reading update for you, not masses. I have spent most of the day listening to the audiobook for You and I am now on chapter 40, which puts me at page 334. I've got 14 chapters left, so I reckon that I will either be done with that later on this evening or tomorrow at the latest. I finished the book that I have a review for. I have written a draft of my review. I am really struggling with Six of Crows at the moment. I think I'm going to try and listen to it as an audiobook and see if that's any better. But I think it's because I've got Elantris, which takes a lot of brain power to keep going. So yeah, Six of Crows might have to get passed on to another month. However, I have been talking to somebody on Instagram and I really want to start the collection of the Shadowhunters. The lovely splatter.books is her Instagram handle. I just sort of, I follow her and I saw that she had got a list in her stories of the different books and they were out of sync with how I've got them along on my shelf. And she said that she finds that that is an easier way to read the collection because that is in timeline order as opposed to release order. So I was taking a look at that and I think I might give that a go because I just said I have been so stuck as to how to go about reading it that I just haven't started it. And unfortunately I feel like that's going to be a thing. It's going to be that I haven't got a definite way of reading it and it's going to be months before I get to it and I really don't want that to happen. So I'm going to start to get my TBR together for March because I also have a weekend off at the end of March, which will be good for my reading. I think I mentioned I have another review due on the 18th of March. That is for another thriller style book. I currently have 6, maybe 7 on my list, but I think I might push that to 8 and add one of the Cassandra Clare books to my list. However, once I have finished You, that will be my 7th book. If by some miracle I can finish Six of Crows in 4 days, if I can by some magical way finish it in 4 days, I will add this as my 8th. I very much doubt it, but one can hope, one can try. I do have a couple of short books, but I don't want to go reading a book just for the sake of reading the book. Audible also had a 2-for-1 sale. So I got King of Scars and Traitor's Blade in the 2-for-1 sale. And then with my final credit I got Six of Crows. So I am hoping that, in theory, I need to get this done so that I can read Cookie Kingdom and then get on to King of Scars. I think it's just because my head has just been so full with Elantris, and I still am no further in at the moment. Although it does look like it's a big chunk, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm 100 pages in, just a little under 100 pages. By the end of this month, ideally, I did need to get to part 2. However, I'm quite enjoying listening to that as an audiobook, so that's not too bad. I can get that done. I can probably get this finished by tonight, if I read it on my own. But yeah, so who knows? Hopefully I can have a decent reading few days and we will have a lot of books to get through on my wrap up. But yeah, so that's a bit of an update for you. I will check in with you tomorrow because it's going to be too late for anything now. I need to get stuff sorted, I need to get ready for bed, and I need to sort of tidy the house up a little bit because I haven't done anything all day other than chill with the kids. So this is a quick update for you. It is Wednesday afternoon, it's about 2:30. I'm just about to head out now. There hasn't really been a lot of physical reading, but I have listened to a couple of chapters of You on Script. So I'm now on chapter 43. So I'm making really decent progress with that. With any luck, I should finish that by tonight. I haven't really listened to any more of Elantris. Like I said, You has sort of taken over things audiobook wise. Physically reading, I've just been far too tired to physically read anything, although yesterday I did finish Tales of Unexplained Mysteries, which I can't remember whether I updated you on with that or not, but I have finished it. My review is written and ready to post on Bookstagram along with a nice pretty picture on Friday. I've decided that I will be staying true to my Bookstagram overall theme, although I might just add like some little lights or something just to make it just stand out a little bit more than my normal stuff. So yeah, not really a lot to update you on that one. I have found out that I have got a weekend off in March, which is the last weekend of March, meaning that I have a full weekend to do quite a bit of reading. And since I've just set up my March TBR, I'm going to need that weekend because majority of my books are chunky and over 400 pages. I think I have one book which is below 300 pages, and that was because it was a prompt that Claire picked out for me, and yeah, so that's sort of what I've gone with. So I am now stuck with 8 books that are huge. As I stuck with, obviously these are, although they're prompts that have been picked by other people, these are definitely books to fit the prompt, but the books I have picked to fit the prompt. So they're definitely books I want to read. I said I didn't want to take part in the contemporary club this month because, well, March, because I wasn't really sure about the book, but now that I've been looking at the book, now all I can think about is I really want to read the contemporary. So yeah, so I need to get cracking because I need to get gone. I need to put my coat on. The weather has no idea what it's doing at the moment. It was snowing yesterday, it was sunny this morning, then it absolutely chucked it down when I was doing the nursery run, and then the sun has come back out again. And I have no doubt that on the way back, bringing the kids home, it will absolutely piss it down again. So yeah, so I'm gonna get going, giving you this little update so that I can keep on top of where I am keeping you at. But yeah, all in all, it's not been too bad this morning. Hi guys, just a quick check-in with you. It is Thursday evening. It is 5:30. So I finished You last night. I'm going to let some of my thoughts process a bit and get back to you on how I feel about that one. But I have, for some reason, I am a glutton for punishment and I have started Six of Crows. And I've given myself the time limit of, well, not a time limit, it's more of like a small loose challenge. It's not massively important if I don't finish it by Saturday night, but I would really like to. And because I have it on Audible, I'm really enjoying the fact that each chapter is for a different character and each character has a different cast member. Each character has a different voice, which makes it so much easier for me to follow. I was getting so confused trying to read this physically, so I'm really, really chuffed that we have different voices. I can put voices to different names now. So that means that today I have managed to read, because I'm listening to 1.8, I think, because I can't quite get to 2 because it just sounds really strange. I am on page 128, which is chapter 8. I've worked out, in order to finish in time for February ending, I need to get to page 160 today. So I'm hoping to finish my section for that today, possibly read over, because tomorrow is a very busy day and I just won't have the time to read it or listen to it because I will be out and about tomorrow and I don't want to seem unsociable. I don't want to come across as being rude. And also I've got to think about when I'm out with the kids, I don't like having my headphones in because my attention is on them, not on reading or anything like that. So yeah, so I am hoping to get Six of Crows finished by the 29th of February. And if I don't, I don't. But it was just something that I thought this morning. I was like, right, okay, well, all that's left on my TBR for February is Gemini and Six of Crows. Gemini I sort of put to one side because I was just like, not quite now. Oh, I put Never Tell back on the shelf because that is a temporary DNF. So I will go back to that at some point. But Gemini, I definitely want to get reading possibly next month if I have a chance. So yeah, so I am making good progress with that. I haven't read any more of Elantris because there is no rush for that. I've still got until the end of March to read that. So yeah, that is my little update for today. I will either check in with you later or I will check in tomorrow. Who knows? I will see you soon. Hi guys, it is 10 to 9 on Friday morning. I thought I would just quickly check in with you because I've just had a bath. I was planning on going out, but it seemed to snow quite quickly, although it hasn't. No, it's still raining, it's not sticking. But it is raining on and off now, so I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to get out or not. I don't know. However, I thought I'd quickly check in with you because I have quite a bit of an update. I am on chapter 18, which is page 216 of Six of Crows. I am really enjoying it. I'm really loving all the sass from all the characters. It's just really enjoyable, and I really like the dynamic of the group. So yeah, I am enjoying that. My review for Tales of Unexplained Mystery went up this morning, about 10 minutes ago. I gave the book a 3 stars. So basically each chapter of this book is a different case which has not been solved, but there are very strange things surrounding it. So for example, there is a woman who is found dead, face up, in a like water tank sort of thing in a hotel. But leading up to it, she is seen talking to thin air in an elevator. She appears very panicked, looking around corners when she's heading towards the elevator. Prior to that, a man, I think it was 2 men actually, had showed up and wanted to give her a box, but nobody knew what was in this box. So yeah, there's just, each case has different things leading up to a death. However, I don't deal well with no closure. I obviously knew that these weren't going to be solved. I was just very much struggling to read the shorter stories. There are a few stories which were like 3 or 4 pages, and there wasn't much to pad it out. There wasn't, I mean, obviously they're based on true stories, or they are true stories, but there wasn't enough for me to sort of build a case in my own head. So the shorter stories were a lot more difficult for me to stick with. The longer stories, although the longer stories went onto the other end of the spectrum and they were very long, there were lots of pages to that, I felt there was a bit more depth. There was a bit more of a psychological perspective as well, looking into what a person might have been thinking at the time, things that were leading up to it, a little bit of a look into their family life, home life, and just different things like that. There was a lot more depth, so I really enjoyed those longer stories. My only other issue was that when it came to the end of a story, although you can't completely finish the story because it's unsolved, it felt like the actual telling of the story cut off very abruptly. It felt like it was just like, oh, okay, that's the end of it. Okay, on to the next one. And that's sort of how it felt. But there were a couple which made me want to investigate into a bit more. Obviously I couldn't investigate into the case because it's unsolved for a reason, but I wanted to investigate certain aspects of it. So for me, the one with the satanic rituals in the woods, I want to say it's Hecate, but I'm not 100% sure that's how you pronounce it, so I do apologise. If anybody knows how to pronounce it, maybe you can pop it down in the comments for me. But it was a satanic ritual in the woods, and I just genuinely wanted to know what it was that made the police officers just immediately go, yeah, okay, we're not going to have a look at this anymore. So something interesting happening there, but I will be looking into that particular satanic ritual so I can get a bit of a better idea of what it was. But yes, so that is my update for today. I hopefully am off out. It's still chucking it down. I'm going to give it an hour, I think, and see how things get on. But yes, so my update, I am hoping to get to, well, for today's sectioning, I need to get to chapter 25, which is page 322. So I've got about 100 pages left to read, which is not massive because listening to audiobook has made it really easy to get done. So she's seen us listening to it at 1.8. It's made things a hell of a lot faster, so rather than 5 hours worth of listening, it's been like 3. It's also meant that it has cut down the overall time in general quite well. But yeah, really enjoying it. I am looking forward to finishing this so that I can start Cookie Kingdom, because as I said, King of Scots paperback comes out on the 5th. March is going to kill me for books because it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But yeah, so there's my update. I will possibly check in with you later, depending on how much I've done. Good morning, it is Sunday and it is 10 o'clock in the morning. I have been at work and I am just about to get into bed ready for another night shift. But I wanted to close this vlog off with a bit of a reading update for you. I finished 6 of Crows last night, so that makes book 8 for the month of February. I really enjoyed a lot of it. I enjoyed the sass from all of the characters. I enjoyed the dynamics, as I think I mentioned. I feel like the ending fell flat for me a little bit, which is probably a really unpopular opinion because I know it's so popular. I will still go on to read Cookie Kingdom, but yeah, I don't know, I just, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll have to try and get my words down on paper so that it's a bit more coherent. So then, because I still had some other time left, I started A Pinch of Magic, which is part of the middle grade monthly, which I said I wasn't going to do, but I've started, so I will continue. And also next on the agenda is The Near Witch by V. Schwab, which I am buddy reading with Claire. So that will start, I will be reading the first section today, and it should take us 6 days, 7 days, 7 days it should take us, so that's how we sectioned that out. So by the end of the next vlog, I should be telling you that I finished this. If I'm not, shoot me. So yeah, so they are the 2 books for this week. Hopefully I can get through those quite quickly. A Pinch of Magic is quite quick to read. I've got it on script as well, so that's nice and easy to listen to. Again, I feel like this is another one where I can listen to it while I'm cooking, and also I can stick my headphones in on my break at work and have a listen to that. But I think I will be taking the book with me so that I can physically read it, so I can keep on top of things. But I also came because I have a parcel. It was delivered yesterday, but I was asleep when it was delivered, and then I woke up a bit late and had to rush around and get ready for work. So I thought I would open it on here, but it is a Sprinkle of Sorcery. So for the middle grade monthly this month, it is 2 books. So it is Pinch of Magic and Sprinkle of Sorcery, which are both by Michelle Harrison. I will link it down below because it's really exciting this month, because Michelle Harrison is actually going to be in the live event. Yeah, when I bought Pinch of Magic, I had the Waterstones edition with the purpley blue edges. However, I haven't got the Waterstones edition with the orange edges for this one. but it was really cheap on Amazon, and I wanted to snatch it up in case the price ended up going up, because it was $3.99 instead of like $7.99. So I had a chat with Claire, and I know that Claire had the Waterstones edition for Sprinkle of Sorcery, but she doesn't for the Pinch of Magic, so I have suggested that we just do a bit of a swapsies, because I haven't actually touched a Pinch of Magic. It is still very much pretty much the brand new book. So yeah, so this will also be on my TBR, which, guys, it sets me at 10 books for my TBR. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if I'm going to get through this, but we'll see. I did really well last month. I did 8 books. I seem to be going up by 2. January I read 6. February it's been 8. So who knows? Maybe March is the month for my 10 books. They are relatively short, but I will keep that for my my March TBR video that I think I'm going to film at some point in the week. I also need to get my February wrap up filmed at some point. So there's a lot to do, but top of the agenda is get some sleep, because you girls got work tonight and it's going to be a long shift if I've had no sleep. A very long shift. 12 hours is hard enough, especially at night when you have to stay awake. So yeah, so I'm hoping I can just get everything done. But I hope you've had a really good week. I know that I've done quite a lot of reading this week, and I have really enjoyed the books. I did enjoy Six of Crows. I just think I got caught up in the hype, and there was so much hype behind it. It just didn't hit it for me when it came to the end. But in general, it was a really good read. So yeah, so I will end this vlog right here. Have a fantastic week. I hope you've had a great weekend, and I will see you soon.